Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out in the pistol. A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first. So the first carry of the game under the belt for Emmitt Smith. And, of course, in his career, over 18,000 rushing yards, the all-time leader.
He can probably rest easy for a while about people chasing that number down. He's going to stay at the top because everyone's flinging it around instead of running it. We're going to need a real running back renaissance and an emphasis on the ground game to put that record in jeopardy. Is anyone even close right now?
Frank Gore about 6,000 away, and then AP 7,000 away still around there.
Wow, that's a lot of yards to make up. I think Emmitt Smith feels pretty good about the number he posted, 18,355 yards.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me is balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Emmitt now on the counter. And some space here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Third down and 3. On 3rd down, here's Emmitt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to have to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Flush to his right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They go play action here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ozzie Newsome from 21 yards away. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull and move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Emmitt Smith, the ageless wonder, showing that he still has the strength, the body to fight those tacklers off.
Hard to get down. I liken him often to a crafty pitcher who has a lot of stuff, right? Throw the curveball, off speed, there comes the fastball, slider, changeup, always changing speeds, changing locations. He was that way when you tried to tackle him. One time you'd get the shoulder pads, the next time you'd miss entirely. You never knew what he was going to do.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Emmitt stays on his feet. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, They just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They run again with Peterson. A strong running. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's the backup, Newton. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Newton on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. To throw on second down is Newton. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got time. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
McNair to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call. But unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 17 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the ground, this is Smith. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now with Smith. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter, as he'll go for it on 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there. 53 yards.
They went for the haymaker there, didn't they? A big shot towards the end zone, and they came up with the catch, but they were tackled short of the goal line. The defense escaped the big one there. Now they've got to try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Rob Ninkovich able to get him for a loss of about 3.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense. That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from the City Beautiful. First carry for Amir Abdullah. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, here's McCarron. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing is Rodgers. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes.
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Julio Jones, 31 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And McCarron will try again on second. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Throwing now is McCarron. And he finds Cook. Give him 9 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. It's complete to Parker, left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on 4th down with McCarron. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And from the red zone now, it's McCarron. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's McCarron. He gets it to Baldwin. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Again, it's McCarron. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Hightower with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Shift together here from the D-line. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The play clock's running down. Now it's the backup Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go!
Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar. and now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. First carry now for Ricky Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play. In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They run it again with Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest, because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ricky Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. They'll drop to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll look to throw here. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 31 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, up and over. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They give it to Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll give him the 1st down.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game.
Adrian Peterson, the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 57 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here come the Lions now. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Finding time toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Complete to Newsom. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first. Shift together here from the D-line. And off comes to Peterson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
26.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And Detroit getting set to go now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Cuts it out here, left sideline. It's a big run for AP. 42 yards on the ground. So a big run for AP, and when you look at the total package, everyone knows the level of player he's been in this league, but what really impresses you about Adrian Peterson?
I have to go back to the nickname his father gave him, which is AD, which stands for all day, because he never stopped, morning, noon, night, and that's how he plays the game. No plays over. He always tries to finish things, and he thinks that each and every run he makes is going to take him all the way to the end zone.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Greg Olsen, 27 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 32 yards there. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down. And now a first down following that long gain. They go back to the ground with Williams. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to throw here. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offense ready to take over again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can...
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play clock winding down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Complete to Newsom. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Welcome back live to Orlando, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the linemen.
And with a play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's got his target, the tight end Newsom. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On first down, Rodgers. This will be caught at the 2. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They come out here in the eye. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Second down following the run. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.